Hi, yeah, this is Mahesh Kosuri, SAP. We are going to discuss of SAP Analytics Cloud. Yeah, in my previous video, we have seen like how to use the if statement, if and else if and else statement using these conditions. We have built one planning scenario that will help us to increase the unit selling price based on the user input. That's what we have done. Okay, so okay, unit selling price we have captured. Let us embed this data action also in our story dashboard. We know how to embed the data action into the story dashboard. So here I am opening my story dashboard. Variant order planning is my story dashboard here. Yeah, already I have embedded this one. I think already you know, right? So already I have embedded this. Let me separate this one. Okay, this fine, right? So once we run this one, we have seen already this one, right, in the previous video. So here I'm selecting public forecast. I'm giving the 30 and 40% and rest 50% I'm giving, and let us run this one. So that what happens here, it will publish the data to the model. Previously we have seen only running this data action in the tracing mode. Now we are running this data action in the story dashboard so that you can see the data in the unit price is there already here, right? So let us see our data. Yeah, here is our data now. Unit price and unit price is here, and here also there. Here 442 is there. Now our requirement is to get the total order revenue, right? Total order cost we have, and we want to recalculate the total order revenue. So just like how we derive the total order cost, same way we can derive total order revenue also. Here unit cost, say suppose for the UK, unit cost is copy from unit cost model. This one we have taken, right? Unit cost we have taken from here, and order quantity this one. So total order cost we have calculated the same way we are doing the total order revenue also here. So for that again we need to build one uh, data action, right? So first, before building the data action, let us check where is our data located here. This data unit price forecast calc. This is the version, right? Unit price account forecast is the version, and calc is our data source. And this is at this intersection. No sub region, no customer. Only difference is of this order quantity and unit price is order quantity is having the customers, and whereas unit price is not having the region and customer. I mean, not having region and customer in the sense just one line item only, right? No sub region and no customer we are having. Whereas for the order quantity, we have the four line items based on the region and customer. So we need to build one script for to calculate the total order revenue. Let us go and build one more data action. Here it looks like I have done something, so that's the reason it is showing. Yeah, save this story dashboard. We have done some change like maintaining the gap, right? Space we have maintained between these two data actions. That's why it is showing to us. It is asking us to save the J. Okay, so I'm creating one more data action. This is very simple functionality. Already we have seen the same thing. Recalculate total order cost. Sorry, total order revenue. Let us add one step to this one. Let me save this one first. Setting, and here I'm adding the script. If you already you know the process, just it is simple logic only. This logic already we have used in previously while calculating the total order cost. Okay, if you are aware of this one, just you can skip this part next 5 minutes. Okay, here I completed the formula. Okay, I placed one tracing point here. Okay, let us debug and see what happens. Whether my data point is giving correct value or not. Let us save this one. Run this task, run this data action. Okay, yeah, let us go to the table and see the data. Okay, actually I have filtered this table. Okay, so if you go here, you can see what I'm trying to do here. Unit price is there here, 195. This is where we have posted our unit price. Because calc data source we need to consider, right? That's what we are trying to do. UPM copy we can ignore, and order quantity is at region level, right? Sub-region level. Order quantity is at sub-region level, and region level, sorry, unit price I have taken at no sub-region level. So this is what we are expecting. Now this value 560 should be multiplied with 195. It should be posted here, right? This is what we expected. So but the values are the different here, right? Well, yeah, values are different. It should not be almost 20 to 500, in the sense like almost like 100k, something like that. More than 100k, not 200 285k, right? Okay, let us go to the debugging mode of this script. What I'm doing here, this is the one first we are doing, right? This is the one. Let us see what data it will fetch. So what I'm doing here, I'm writing one more data function. Actually, this function is not at all useful for us. Okay, just for debugging only, I'm writing this function. Let us put the calc here, and let us take the data measure. D measure is equal to what is that one? Order quantity. So I'm taking order quantity. Here I'm taking order quantity. Okay, this is the result lookup. What I'm trying to do, see what it is reading, what data it is reading, and we can see in this table, right? In the data table, we can see what this statement is doing, what kind of data it is fetching, so that we can understand where is the problem. And I'm writing one more data function here. Same, let us call the data source calc, and this one we call the measure. This is what we are doing here. Here unit price we are calling in this result lookup, we are calling the unit price. So let us keep unit price here. Now I'm giving the same result lookup. I'm keeping the same result lookup here. Let us see what data it is bringing. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, keep your trace points. Sorry. Here I'm keeping data points, trace points I have kept here. Okay, let us save this one. Let us go to the tracing. This is the 19th line, line 19th. Okay, we are debugging what is happening at this data point, what data set it is calling. So this is the one we are seeing the data, right? Order quantity. This is fine. We are copying the data from, we are getting the data from CFA data source to the CalC data source. That's what we are doing here. The same data set we are calling. And now this is unit price. Line 20, we are calling the unit price. What it is doing, unit price. See, unit price is doing, this line 20 is doing, it is copying our unit price from no CU, no region. Actually, my unit price at somewhere. Okay, and this one also let me filter to the region USA only, so that it is filtered already. Okay, USA only I have filtered this one. Okay, so values are, my values are at we are copying from no, from here we are copying no, no CU we are copying. This is UPM copy, not from UPM copy. CalC itself we are copying actually. So CalC, where is unit price? This is the unit price, right? This is USA North. From CalC itself we are copying the data. No subregion. This is fine. No subregion and no CU should be there for us. It is our value, man. Construct. What happened? Yeah, here is our value actually. This is the value. Right? No subregion, no CU. We are maintaining the value at this one. So what I'm trying to do in the second statement, I'm trying to copy 195 to the all the customers in the different regions, right? But you can notice here my order quantity now at 560 and unit price is also at same level, right? 560 at the same level, and unit price also I brought to the same level. The same thing you can see here. In this sub-region, I think in the sub-region we have two customers. So at these two customers, our order quantity and unit price at the same level. And the third statement is doing the, you can see the data, what is the formula there, right? So if I go with the third statement, it is showing this is the value This is the final product of the 560 int 560 multiplied with 195. So definitely this value is wrong, right? So this is, even you consider the 200, it should come 100, something like that. So we are seeing some value differences here, and there are many unbooked values. Order quantity and order quantity is unbooked, and unit price is booked at the different customers level, right? So what I'm trying to do in this scenario, let us go here, and so here what I'm trying to do, I'm adding one more statement. Here you see configuration generated unbook generate unbooked data is off, right? So what I'm trying to do, I want to make it is on. I'm making it as on. What happens here? What happens here? If I do this one, what happens to the logic? What this one do, general unbooked data, generate unbooked data on. First of all, what is unbooked data? If the values are blank for any combination or any intersection, if the values are blank, then we call it as unbooked data. Okay. Say suppose here in this case, it is our report, suppose. So this is unbooked data, right? This is the blank, unit price is blank. This is booked data. This is unbooked data. Wherever you see the blanks, that those records are unbooked data, generally we call. So what happens to my unbooked data? Here, here, if I take the off, unbooked data off, what happens generally? If you take the product of these two, if you take the product of these two, if you take product of this order quantity and unit price, what happens? You will get the unbooked data only. That's what it is trying to do. Actually, this is unbooked, right? That's why the result will be also unbooked. That is the reason generally if the value, order quantity and unit price are there, then only you are seeing the result. Rest of the values, rest of the combination, you are not seeing the data. I will show you once again here. Here I am keeping the on. Okay. Let me go with the off first. I'm keeping off here. Okay. So let me save, validate this one. Actually, this parameter by default off every time. So we need to make sure that, I mean, whenever you need to make it as on. So off I maintain. Here you go, and again you run this logic. Now go to the show table. So this is what I'm trying to say. Here is order quantity. Here unit price you are seeing. There is no unit price for this record, right? There is no unit price. But total order revenue, it is showing you some values. This is something wrong, right? Actually, it should be the blank for this combination. Because in the US, okay, yeah, unit price. Okay, let us go to the second table. What is happening here? See here, you see the CU0011 US East. It is this is reading the order quantity, right? First, we are bringing the order, sorry, unit price it is bringing. Here in the formula it is showing, we are calling the unit price. So unit price, it is copying to the all the customers it is copying actually. It should not be done. Unit price should be copied to only these two customers who are existing in the sub-region CU1001 and CU1006. Only for these two customers only, this unit price should be copied, not to the rest of the one. And you can see here the product is also showing some wrong value here, right? 750 into this one, it is showing some other value. And final value, final table, if you go here, this is the final total revenue, right? To our order revenue it is. So here it is showing the values perfectly, right? 560 into 195. What I'm expecting actually, every data table it should show only these two records only for me. In this sub region only it should bring 516, here 195. You should not post the unit price for all these customers, because these customers are not at all related to any region. I mean, not at all related to the US East, right? But still it is copying the data to here. This is wrong, right? So what I'm trying to do here, somewhere where, I mean, somewhere it is copy, somehow it is copies, not somehow, because of our logic it is copying data to the wrong combination also here. That's what we, in the debugging mode, we got realized that okay, something is happening to my uh, unbooked area. I mean, wrong combination also the data is copying. So unbooked data is, I mean, it is booking the data for the wrong combination, right? So what I'm trying to do here in the logic, I'm trying to make it on. Configuration generate unbooked data on, I'm taking here. So then what happens here? Will it consider the unbooked data or booked data? Let us see what happens here. This is on now. Okay. Now let us save this one. Let us run this data action. Go to the show table. This is the first one, right? This is the old data it is showing. That's fine. Go to the second table. Second data action. This is unit price we are calculating. So still it is copying the data to here. Now our total revenue. At this point, what it is doing, it is ignoring all the values. Whatever the unbooked data is there, yeah, unbooked data, it is all the unbooked data it is considering. This is the unbooked data, right? This is considering all the unbooked data. Now it is perfectly matching our values, right? Here you can see 516 to 195, this is the value, and 715 to 195, this is the value. So in this kind of scenarios, generally you can use uh, this parameter, configuration generate unbooked data on. I will come up with more videos on this kind of all the configuration parameters in my upcoming videos. So if you face anywhere, if you face this kind of issues, generally go with this kind of debugging of the your script. By placing the data points at different places, you can place the trace points so that you can easily debug it. Okay. Yeah. So let me remove these two statements, because these two are not required for us, right? These two statements are not required. Sorry. And this one also. Yeah, this is not required. So only keeping this configuration parameter, I'm keeping it. Remove the trace points. Here I maintain total order revenue. Perfect. Let us save. Now go to your report and include this data action. Go to the edit. What happened to this one? Leave it. I don't want to publish any data for now. Just I want to open my story dashboard. Okay, I'm adding one more data action into the dashboard. We know already, we have seen total order revenue. This is the total order revenue. Publish the data. Okay, I'm running this total order revenue. So far we have created different type of data actions, and we have calculated the total order cost and total order revenue also. Okay, now this total order revenue, after running this one, it will post order revenue in our dashboard. Let us add our total order revenue here. Highlight this table so that your data source will be appeared here. I have to add one more measure so that I can see my total order revenue in the table. Where is total order revenue? Cal C I calculated, so I know my values are available from 2024-09. So go to the 2024-09. You can see your values here. Okay, this kind of scenarios you can use your configuration parameters. There are almost 6 to 7 more configuration parameters I will cover in my upcoming videos with the different scenarios. Okay, so let us save this dashboard first. Okay, yeah, thank you for watching this video.